On that goodie mob. Sky high, sky high. Oh, my God. Oh, that's that vacation sound. These Nets, dog, does anyone want to sign up to play the Brooklyn Nets? No one wants to see the Brooklyn Nets coming. The play-in tournament is going to be a formality for them, and good for them because they haven't had a lot of games to work on that chemistry, to work on each other, this duo, this combo of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So after they get past the play-in tournament, because, you know, I am beyond formality, like, let's move on. Who in the hell wants to sign up to play the Brooklyn Nets, especially those two 4 times, potentially 7 times in the series? As even the champions found out, man, that can just be a toll away from disaster, from failure. Look at the Brooklyn Nets. Are they the hottest team in the East? Third hottest team in the East. See in your face? You didn't know that. The third hottest team in the East.
Good for them.
What you mean good for them?
It was a Western Conference too, sir.
Yeah.
The third best in your division.
Yeah. Oh, you want to go there?
Good luck.
Third.
Keep going.
I need to see my full screen. Third best team in the Eastern Conference right now. Brooklyn Nets? Really? Why does that matter? Because the Brooklyn Nets haven't been fully formed like those other 2 teams that are hotter than them going forward, including the Boston Celtics, who everyone says, hottest team on the planet. Who wants to see the Boston Celtics? Right there next to them, the Brooklyn Nets saying, oh, excuse us. You remember, no one has a better duo than us. Are you scared of what's going to come out of any other situation that the Brooklyn Nets will face? And in Embiid and Harden. Where you want to go? Butler and Tyler Hero. Where are you going where you're going to see a more deadlier combination than these guys? They rolled the dice, they shuffled the deck, they threw the cards and stacked them against them, and they still sitting here, not only surviving, but ready to thrive. Confidence is beyond 100% in terms of the play-in tournament. It's when they get into those real series, you're going to start to understand what I'm saying.
My confidence is sky high in Kyrie. My confidence is sky high in KD. But my confidence is low as can be in the Nets. Because, Sel, if you really watch these Nets teams, KD gets his buckets. He is a beast. Kyrie gets his buckets. He is a beast. But if you really pay attention to the details, y'all, the Nets, for whatever reason, they do not make it add up. We've been scoffing and laughing at the Lakers this year, but if we look at the Lakers the year they went to the chip with AD and LeBron, a dynamic duo, when AD and LeBron combined for 55 or more points, it was basically a guaranteed dub. Their record was 38-9. But when Kyrie and KD do so, it's still 50-50. Their record 8-5. When KD and Kyrie combined for 60 or more points, their record simply 5-2. But when LeBron and AD were combining for 60 or more points en route to a championship, their record was 20-2. So KD and Kyrie, I know they're going to get theirs. But for whatever reason, when they get theirs, they don't make it add up. As opposed to the championship template we've seen before of LeBron and AD. When they were getting theirs, they were making it add up. My confidence in KD, Kyrie, through the roof. But my confidence in the Nets, it's as low as it can be. Let me give you a little bit more context. You talk about how hot this Nets team is.
They are.
But let's talk about the fact that KD and Kyrie and the Nets, 1-3, Sel. 1-3 in their last 4 games versus Eastern Conference playoff opponents. So that's all that matters now. Like, I don't care about what you're doing versus the Pacers. I don't care about what you're going to do versus the Rockets. Like, let's talk about who will you see from this point forward. 1-3 versus Eastern Conference opponents over the last 4 games. That's not the most important statistic. The most important statistic tells the fact that over the course of these losses, KD's had a 55-point game. Remember against the Hawks, 55 points, caught an L. Over the course of these losses, KD's averaging 36 points, and Kyrie's averaging 22.5. So what's this mean, big picture, and then please take the baton or take the basketball and go slam dunk it? KD and Kyrie are averaging 59 points a game in their last 4 games versus Eastern Conference playoff opponents, but they're 1-3. So going forward, you're going to play Eastern Conference opponents in the playoffs.
Okay.
KD will get his. I promise you that. Kyrie will get his. I'm beyond sure of that. But for whatever reason, it just doesn't add up. For that reason, I'm not that confident.
Wow, I don't know what kind of calculator you're using. You're probably just using your phone, but I'm old school.
Please.
Had one of them old scientific calculators.
TI 83 plus.
That Texas Instruments, boy. Woo, that thing had buttons on there. I still don't know what they do. Then you got to hit the shift. I was like, shift? I'm trying to cheat.
Did you have games on your calculator?
Nah, I was studying. I was doing work. I don't know about you. What you over there playing? Minecraft?
I have Tetris, big dog.
Tetris? Oh. Smart game. Smart man game. You tell me that you believe in KD.
Yes, sir.
You believe in Kyrie.
Absolutely.
But you don't believe in the Nets.
No, sir.
I wonder, since Kyrie has been full-time, and I wonder, would you believe in a team that scores the most points in the East since Kyrie's returned full-time? Oh, it's the Brooklyn Nets. Would you believe in a team that is the third hottest in their conference in the Nets? Oh, would you believe in a team that has the best defense in the Eastern Conference since Kyrie returned? Wait a minute. I think you should grab that calculator and hit the right math. If you're scoring the most points since March 8th, to give you guys everything, and you have the best defense in the Eastern Conference since March 8th, what are we talking about up here? What we're talking about is let's use December against the Nets. Let's use January against the Nets. Let's use James Harden leaving against the Nets. Instead of what we're talking about right now in the present, just like our last conversation. Well, the Lakers have 4 top 75 players in history. Do they have them in present? No, they don't. Don't tell me about the Brooklyn Nets and their overall record, because right now the team is surging, not only playing offensively with those buckets, but also stopping teams.
I want to believe you. Truth be told, of all the times I've wanted to believe you in this life,
right here.
I want to believe you. But here's a problem. If the Nets somehow, some way, because while they're the third hottest team, they're not the hottest.
No.
If the Nets somehow, some way lose to the Cavs in this playing game, you do realize on April 2nd, 2022, not April 2nd, 2020, not April 2nd, 2019, April 2nd, 2022, the Nets lost to the Hawks. On March 27th, 2022, the Nets lost to the Hornets. Who will these Nets have to play if for some reason they stumble tomorrow against these Cavaliers, the Hawks, or the Hornets? This ain't old history, big dog. This present tense, this present day, April 2nd, KD dropped a career high, if I'm not mistaken, gave us 55 points.
Yeah, buckets.
And took a L.
Okay.
So I genuinely want to believe you when you talk about the highest scoring, when you talk about who do they have to fear, when you talk about the Nets cannot be stopped. The Hawks stopped them 9 days ago. The Hornets stopped them 16 days ago. Not 160, not 90. They stopped them just, you was on vacation. You was on vacation.
Toes out, like your ankles.
Toes out. You was on vacation sipping a pina colada, and Trae Young was giving these Nets buckets. So don't act like it was that long ago, Sal. It was just a couple margaritas ago, big dog. It was just a couple pina coladas ago, big dog.
Damn.
You still need a hydration station to get that out your system, big dog. It was not that long ago, big dog.
It wasn't that long ago?
No, sir.
About a week ago. Damn. Shout out to Bobby Schmurder. Where you at? Who they play in this play-in tournament? I want to just reset this. Cleveland Cavaliers, you say, huh? I wonder what their record. You know these bad Nets. They got issues Nets, history or present Nets. I wonder what their record is against the Cleveland Cavaliers this year. 3-1. So, like I said, formality. Let's just get through these. If we were limping and beating y'all 3-1, what you think we're going to do now when we're surging? As I see them right now, the Brooklyn Nets, KD and Kyrie playing together and knowing that it's do or die. Admit it. You've said this before about Kyrie in terms of how reliable is he in terms of his presence. Whether it was some of the issues off the court or some of the issues in his personal life, it was starting to affect him in terms of his availability. Okay, all of that is behind us. We do know that, right? Protocols behind us. Pandemic in terms of restrictions behind us. Now they can go full throttle. And you got to respect this in totality. Since they were able to do that, dog, there's really been no team better in the Eastern Conference collectively. Maybe the Boston Celtics, but at the same time, they're right there with the Boston Celtics. And that was a machine with momentum already versus two guys who said, I'm here, we're not there. As you said, you were playing Tetris on your calculator. Sometimes you don't get the pieces that look like they fit all together. And then what you gonna do? You just gonna throw the calculator away? You gonna just throw the game away? Nah, you make it work. KD and Kyrie together, they're going to make it work. Cleveland, y'all going to find out.